Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that
What's it there, baby? Y'all didn't know Big Boss out, Boss Dog K-Po through the door to talk this boxing. I ain't got that much long, and I ain't got that much time. This ain't finna be a long video. I gotta say, Gilly and Wallow, man, they funny in the book. I watched this interview with Devin Haney, and you know, before I get about soliloquy, remember tough talk don't last, good people do it on off yourself. Call them mental health hotline, remember you matter. Now, they asked Devin Haney about his top five. Devin Haney gave his opinion on what his top five is. And then they went on to ask him about Tank. You know, is Tank going to the Hall of Fame? And Devin Haney said, no. And he kind of compared Gervonta Tank Davis as just being a popular fighter in regards with Jake Paul, in which, you know, he put him in that group. The Jake Pauls, the Ryan Garcias, he put him in that group. And you can see Wallow like. Now, Gilly kind of cleaned it up. He was like, look, not to say that Tank can't fight. It's just that Tank and those guys are fighting for money, whereas Devin, you know, he's looking like he's fighting for legacy. He getting belts, you know what I mean? He fighting your tough fights. You know, he's doing, you know, the things that he needs to do to be looked at as a great in boxing, right? So, you know, of course, Wallow asked him, like, hey, you know, would you fight for belts or would you fight for money? And Devin Haney kind of didn't answer the question. I mean, he said both, you know, kind of kept it like broad, but overall it was a good interview. You know what I mean? But you could tell, like, they was trying to press Devin Haney. I won't say press him, but they were like, you know, they kept bringing up Tank. Like, yeah, but Tank, you know, but Tank, you know, but Tank, you know what I mean? But I know they were doing it to, like, you know, they was being funny. And it's much respect to both of them dudes. They OGs in this game. But it was hilarious. But Tank, and you could see, like, Devin Haney was kind of getting annoyed about it because, you know, each time they ask him or they see him, it's about Tank. It's about Gervonta Tank Davis. And it's not getting Wallow, but just anybody. They'll ask him about Gervonta Tank Davis, or they're bringing up Gervonta Tank Davis. So, you know, they asked him, did he want that fight? And he said that fight definitely going to happen in the future. You know what I mean? I'm going to get my viewpoint on the matter. I think that, do I think Devin versus Tank will happen in the future? I think it happens this year. I think Gervonta Tank Davis has a game plan. There's a reason why he's fighting Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, Devin Haney has a whole different style, but like I said before, there's a reason why he's fighting Frank Martin. You know what I mean? Everybody's sitting there saying he won't fight an African-American fighter. Well, he's finna fight an African-American fighter. You know what I mean? And I think that Tank is finna start going down the list. Now, they still try to discredit Tank and say, oh, Tank ain't fighting nobody, and, you know, he knocking out all these Mexicans. But it's like, if I'm not mistaken, and I gotta be fair, bro. Each time Tank fight these Mexicans, these Hispanics, y'all pick the Hispanic to beat him, right? We can sit here and say, a lot of y'all sitting there saying that Eastside Pitbull Cruz beat Gervonta Tank Davis, right? A lot of y'all stand on y'all 10 on that. You know what I mean? And it's some people that's still pushing for that fight, right? But it's like we still kind of poo-pooing on Tank's resume and trying to uplift Devin and say, well, look what Devin did. And like I say, I'm fair. You know what I mean? But when it comes down to Devin Haney's resume, he got names on there. Hall of Fame names. But me, I look at when you fighting them, right? you fought a bombed up and depleted Lomachenko, in my opinion, right? Lomachenko's out his prime. He's not prime Lomachenko. And he gave Devin work. Devin got worked, and you can make the argument that Devin Haney lost that fight. He got a gift. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got a gift in that particular fight. Then Devin Haney fight Regis Prograis off a poor performance, right? We got to keep it 1,000. Like, he fought Regis Prograis off a poor performance, and you feel me? Like, bro, off a horrible performance, fought Regis Prograis, and you can make the argument that we all knew that he was going to beat Regis Prograis, right? We all knew that. Jorge Linares, right? So, I'm not sitting here saying that Devin didn't fight these people. What I'm saying is that he get credit, but I got to look at when he fighting them. And when he fighting them, they out their prime, right? He's not fighting a prime Lomachenko. Although I give him credit, he tried to fight a prime Lomachenko. Lomachenko didn't want to give him the opportunity, right? But then Devin ascended, made a name for himself. Lomachenko saw that Devin had something that he wants, which was the undisputed title. So Lomachenko said, all right, let's fight. And you can make the argument, a lot of people can say Lomachenko should be the undisputed champion of the world. So that's just how the cookie crumbles when it comes to that stuff. But at the end of the day, we have to be, we got to keep it 1,000. If I look at Tank's resume and I look at Devin's resume, it's sort of similar. Me, I look at when you fighting people. Y'all may look at, it's Lomachenko. Y'all just may look at it's a name. And you just give credits for names. I don't do that. I look at when you fighting these dudes. Just like when I look at Errol Spence. When Errol Spence fought his resume, I'm looking at who you fighting and when are you fighting them. Prime Sean Porter, prime your Dennis Ugas, prime Kell Brook. These are, prime Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? Keith Thurman, same thing. You know what I mean? So, it's like at the end of the day, we have to look at the totality of the circumstances and analyze, and then look at when you fighting them, who you fighting, and when you fighting them. Where were these guys at at the part of their career? That's where you have to analyze and look at it and be like, okay, that's how I judge a fighter's resume. I look at when you're fighting this person. Where are they in their prime currently? Right? That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? But overall, Devin Haney, based off his accolades, is a Hall of Fame fighter. You know what I mean? That's real talk. But also it's Tank. Because nobody's doing the numbers. It's not only the money. Tank is breaking records in attendance when it comes to his fights. Right? So we gotta when we analyze Tank a Hall of Fame fighter as well. But if we're gonna sit here and be like, he not a Hall of Fame fighter, then we gotta say the same thing for a lot of fighters. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's go.